Summernats 23!
Mate, here we are again, Summernats 23.
Street Machine, Summernats. Street Machine, a lot of people know, is the Bible for street machiners. The Summernats is known as the Mecca. Now, we weren't going to stay away from the cliches, but we had to put that out there straight away, mate.
You couldn't help yourself.
You can't help yourself when you got this stuff going around, mate.
Summernats 23!
The Summernats Top 60 Pavilion, that's where everybody that considers themselves a car builder ultimately wants to end up. Here we are in the pavilion now while they're actually doing the judging. What does it take to make a top 60 show car? Let's talk to a couple of the judges. Owen Webb, how are you, mate?
I'm absolutely fantastic.
The quality of the cars this year.
Yeah, it probably took me a little bit by surprise because, as you know, we're in a so-called recession, bad times, all that, but yeah, the quality of the car, the amount of cars, the amount of entrants and the quality of the cars is just absolutely exceptional this year.
So, mate, as an engineering judge, what are you looking for in a car?
We're looking for innovation. We're looking for what splits the cars apart from one another. We're looking for, whether it's a classic style car like the Roadster behind me, or whether it's a competition style car. We're trying to split the cars up and reward each car on its merits.
What we're looking for is evenness in the paint finish, evenness in the clear coat, in the metallic application. Body-wise, we look for straightness. We look for panel fitment. We make sure that the panels fit nicely.
So you go right over it. You check out the underneath.
Absolutely, we check underneath of every car. Even if this car's not detailed, we've got to give everyone a score. We've got to make it fair for all the cars.
A lot of cases, first to third could be separated by a mark and a half. Mm-hmm. So when you're picking up half a mark or quarter marks, it does go a long way in the final.
Summernats 23!
Mate, love the Summernats! Keep it going! We're at the FUCHS Burnout pad here at the Street Machine Southern Nationals. We're here on Friday and it's qualifying. You get 60 seconds to impress this crowd. It's a pretty hard crowd. They know what a good burnout is. And every single year the level gets higher and higher. More destruction, more tyre wrecking and more engine destruction. Do you guys like the burnouts or what? Yeah!
such a great event. It's like nothing else. There's shows, there's a whole lot of different shows, and we see each other at a lot of shows through the year, but this is something really special, this event, and different.
Mate, love the Summernats. Keep it going.
The important part is that Summernats is back on. We're still here in Canberra. Epic is a great place to run the event. I think the vibe is that everyone's just happy that it's business as usual. The sign of how much enthusiasm there is out there to have fun with cars is the new cars and the tough cars and the colours and the blown engines, for goodness sake, you know. There's a few dollars being spent, and what that is that it shows that there's no shortage of enthusiasm.
As you can tell by the amount of smoke, the crowd going off, blackness all over our faces. We are in the middle of the FUCHS Burnout qualifying. The Street Machine Summernats would be nothing without this piece of strip right here, the big grandstand in behind us. It's where the FUCHS Burnout competition is being held. This bloke, 32 seconds after the last burnout, he's going, come on, where's the next one?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Brendan.
You're hard to please.
Yeah.
Just like the rest of the crowd.
Yeah, that's it.
What do you reckon it takes to do a really sick burnout to get your thumb up?
Heaps of smoke, coming hard.
Oh, coming hard into the pad here, like throw it in.
Yeah.
Revs are important.
It's going to hit the limiter.
And pop the tyre.
Yeah, that's it.
Girlfriend, what do you reckon about that? Happy with that?
I'm happy with it.
Oh, isn't that amazing? I mean, that's incredible that she just said that. The Summernats, keep it going! Rock on, mother... Beep.
Stick around, we'll be back right after the break. Well, judging in the top 60 pavilion is always a big job at Summernats, and we've got one of the judges here, Mark Hayes. Mark, you're looking at the engineering of some of these cars.
That's right. The engineering and the undercarriage, checking out, seeing where the owners bled to make the car better than the next one. So yeah, it's a good job. I really enjoy it.
So, mate, as an engineering judge, what are you looking for in a car?
We're looking for innovation. We're looking for what splits the cars apart from one another. We give every car an even score, and we check everything on the car, from the nuts and bolts that are holding the brackets together, right through to trim and paint. We sort of cover all areas. We go through and we check the cars and we make sure that we're judging them evenly, and we set a baseline and we work off that baseline right throughout the whole of today and tomorrow. So everything's even. And if there's something that's close, we'll always go back and have a look. We never just go back on memory. We'll get the two cars together, we'll go through and we'll separate them, and we'll see what car's better and what car's not.
What advice would you give to somebody that wanted to bring a car to Summernats and get it in the top 60 pavilion?
A top 60 car, it can be, it's a well-balanced package. It doesn't have to have a blower 10 foot out the bonnet or massive tyres. It's a well-balanced package. Detailed engine bay, detailed underneath, nice trim, good paint. It's a detailed package that'll get you into the top 60.
Well, in the judging, another really important part of it, of course, is the paint and panel. And John, you're the expert in that area. You're actually going to walk us through this car now as you judge it.
Yes, I will, yep.
What sort of things are you looking for?
What we're looking for is evenness in the paint finish, evenness in the clear coat, in the metallic application. This has got some nice graphics and flames on there. So we'll make sure they're smooth, you can't feel the actual flame, and just make sure the quality's even throughout the whole car. This car's a little bit unique. It's a race car, but it's highly detailed. So the owner of this car is a little bit more of a nutter than the normal. He's detailed his suspension components, and he's detailed the undercarriage and chassis, and so it's quite a nice little car. First thing I look for is panel fit. So I want to see how even this panel is from the top to the bottom. and I want to make sure that's nice. You know, start looking at the door gaps, fitment, you know, of the panels through here with the actual paint itself. I'll look at, you know, how straight the panels are now, how well the graphics are finished. The cool thing about this car is it's a female driver, and it's very much detailed and catered to her. You know, the pink theme right through the whole car, but it's still quite a tough race car.
Here we are, mate, Summernats 23, and where are we? We're back in the top 60 pavilion.
That's right, Keithy. It is all full right now. We've got 60 plus cars in there. We've got plenty with the black covers over them, so we've got some unveiling to do. Plus, we've seen how hard the judges have been at work. This is like wild bunch in here, mate. We've got some more big and uglies and a fat farm in here, mate.
Oh, mate, there's some really tough stuff here, and I'll tell you what, once again, 10% of what's in here do me nicely, mate. I think I'd retire.
Mate, I'll take you with the 10% rule on that. And of course, when it comes to who's going to be the grand champion, the People's Choice, where is the taste of the people going to be this year? Are they going to love the blowers out of the bonnet? Are they going to love something a little more subtle? I don't know, mate. I don't know what to vote for yet. The detailing on these vehicles, I mean, that's why they're in here, because that last little attention to detail, Owen Webb and his team and the Maguiar's judging team, they do pick the best of the best. Why not? It's Summernats. It's got to be the best of the best.
I think people might be sick of us talking. Let's go and have a look at a few.
Oh, I can't wait.
Mate, love the Summernats! Here we go!
One of the cars with the biggest cheer when the silk came off was this car, Sash. Mate, what a beautiful thing.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Now, this has come from, you know, the ratty sort of one, you know, the matte black and understated to this, mate. I mean, what drove you to make it shiny and immaculate?
To drive it on the road and to use it a bit more than just park it in the shed. So I pulled it all apart from being a bit of a rat ute and get the coppers off me back and make it a bit of a shiny car, you know.
I mean, can you add up how many hours do you reckon?
Just the doors were 250 hours that I spent on suicide in the doors, one-piece windows, and you don't realise, but they're straightened for one-piece glass because the wind-up windows on a standard car go straight, then they curve in for the quarter windows. So the rear window I filled in. I've done major modifications on it, but people just can't work out what they are, and I think that's the secret of building something different like the 55 bumper bars.
Yeah.
But they're identical now because we've heated them, bended them. But yeah, to look at them, they're original. People just can't work out what we've done. Same as the back window. They look at it and they study and they even know what to look for. But they just can't put their finger on it. I think that's the secret.
Definitely can be proud of it there. Your boys are proud of you. It's good to see, and it's good to see the family sticking together and helping out with it, mate. It is so good to see.
Yep.
One of our Maguiar's unveilings tonight. Beautiful paint, beautiful car. Cole, how long does it take to get this car on the road? Mr. HT.
7 long, hard years.
7 years, mate. Keeping the dream alive.
Yeah, mate, I'm proud, eh? Mate, 7 years, I'm proud.
Talk us through some of your detail.
Mate, I like the old American-style cars. Just smooth. Done heaps of custom work. Everything I got billet, I chromed it, so I'd have to go over it again.
Crazy, mate. That is so crazy chrome, it's not funny.
Yeah, I smoothed all the motor, gearbox, all the undercarriage, chopped all the gutters off, mini tubbed it, I'm a upholsterer by trade, so I trimmed all the car, went something sick, and went the old style to suit the actual car, purple.
That is crazy stuff. 7 years, you're here. It's been unveiled, mate.
I'm proud,
The dream is here, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
People's choice. I don't want to give you a clue, but I've got to go get the number off the car. All right, that's the MEGUIAR'S People's Choice for Keith. Keith, I picked the car that you're going to love. I'll tell you about it when you get here. He's probably down with the bands right now. Let's go check the bands out.
Here's a bloke with a bit of a reputation, Dave Gleeson from the Screaming Jets. The Jets are 21 years old, Summernats 23. Mate, what do you think about being here after all these years?
Yeah, well, see, I remember when it first started. I think it might have been in People magazine or one of them magazines. I saw photos of all the boobs and that. I've never owned a car, like a nice car, but I'd really appreciate looking at other HQs, mate, that other people own. They're my favourite cars. G'day rock and roll outlaws and you petrol heads out there. I'm Dave Gleeson, I'm from the Screaming Jets, and this is Summernats 23. 23 cars!
We're here in the shade, out of the sun, of the harsh Canberra sun, with one of the early burnout legends of Summernats here in Canberra, Johnny Peterson. John, we saw you out there giving the thumbs up or the thumbs down in burnout qualifying, mate. What does it take now to do killer skids and get accepted?
To do a kill, or when we were doing it, you'd be lucky to have 20, maybe 30 cars there. Now there's 200 or 300 cars there, and most of them are trying very hard. It's nothing for these guys to go out now and spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 on a motor just to do burnouts. So yeah, the competition's tough.
That's crazy stuff. And years ago, you'd be happy if you saw at the end a whole lot of smoke and maybe a tyre pop. These days, it's like on fire. They want fluid coming out of the car. They want all sorts of destruction, mate. I mean, I suppose it's like the Coliseum in the early days, mate. They came back to see more.
They do. It's like the killer instinct. It really gets the crowd going.
Ladies and gentlemen, we were waiting for Stretch to get off the track. How about a round of applause for Stretch, please?
Hi, I'm Kristen. You're watching Summernats.
Summernats!
Summernats, Australia's biggest horsepower party. Cop you next week for part 2 of our Grunt Files to Summernats special.